So this is Faxi. It's an Icelandic. We talked about him before, I should say. But just a little while ago, we come over the, big heavy road, 303, on a very high bridge. Like, go on. The bridges vary in height for the way they, what they got across. I mean, if the banks both sides are much higher, they don't put a dip in the bridge, do they? They just lift the bridge up. Although it's not required that high for traffic to get under, is what I mean. So it's quite high there. Well, this dear little chap's only got one eye. And the reason I've brought it up that side, he's lost complete sight, he's gone in one eye. So the reason I brought him up that side was say he was blind to the traffic, to the bridge and everything. So that, and there's a nice wide pavement there. So when I got him up on there, I could turn his head, which is very, very good, and he took it extremely well. Because now he's had no pre-warning that he's coming onto a bridge. He's had no pre-warning that there's, going to be a great big drop there. He's got nothing at all because he's blind in that eye. So he can't see at all. Come on. So I was very pleased with that, really, because that's a hell of a drop there. And it can, unnerve us to do it. So we got him on there, then turned his head gently round, as you can see on the film there. And so you can see, now he can see it. Right out of the blue. Because all she's head, the eyes are on the side of his head, not on the front. Plus he's got a blinker, although he's got no eye there, he's got a blinker. So with his good eye, he can't see directly across his forehead because it protrudes in front of his forehead, his blinker very slightly. Half an inch, maybe. Come on, darling. Come on, my little baby child. That's it. Come on. So we're now down in town and he's about done, ready to go home. And the lady had a couple of mishaps with him. I think I would have to say is misunderstanding of the horse. Now you say, well, no, I know my horse very well, yeah. And I think that's true with a lot of people. So there wouldn't be a misunderstanding like that. But when you put them into a different situation, something completely foreign, you definitely can get that, what are you doing? So for instance, if you're just leading your horse out to grass, you're bringing it in, you're feeding it, come on, you're feeding it, grooming it, etc. like that. When you then asked it to do something that's foreign to it, come over, babe. Like coming down in this big traffic, going round the arena, galloping into the water, standing on a motorway bridge. It was all completely foreign. He wouldn't do that, would he? If he was running loose, and he's definitely going to not, the only reason he'd walk over a bridge if he knew there was some lovely grass on the other side. Other than that, he wouldn't bother, would he? So we'll let this traffic go a bit. We see these traffic lights here. Now this is absolutely lovely here, and we've been so lucky. Well, people haven't been lucky who live here, but we've been very lucky because each one of these boxes of yellow barrier have got men in them working on a pipe of some description, but they've also had a couple of little diggers going, rattling and shaking. They've been taking it away with dumpers. So obviously, it's been quite noisy. Go on. Whoa, baby. Whoa. So you see this sign here, he's having a look. A lot of horses would shy away from that. He won't have seen one before. You know, the height of it off the ground, the two different colours, you know, the red and black, the black and white, the green stand. They change the colours, they don't see them the same way as we do. That's why we use yellow and green. I believe, and what I've tried to understand from experts, is that yellow and green is a mixy colour. You know, they can't quite, they can't separate them as being, you know, blurs a bit into one, especially where the two colours stand. So what you're doing then, when you go through the ribbons in the arena, and you've got yellow and green ribbons hanging up, the gap between the ribbons is blurred. Yeah. Go on. Hup. Go on. I can see one of these little diggers working here, as I say. And they make a lot of noise, you know, like when they're working. You can hear this one a bit, maybe. All right, mate. You know, clunking and bumping about. Come on in. That's my darling. So this is our first roundabout in town. But nothing at all on it, really. Well, no, second roundabout. This one can be busy. They come out the top of the town now. And you've got another busy road bringing them in, this one. So, it's, you know, I guess it can get quite clogged. Another day you come up here, I suppose, depending on the day, you know, a Saturday or a Friday evening when everyone's getting their shopping for the weekend, or market day on a Thursday, it can be, you know, quite a lot of traffic around there. The next roundabout we come into is a tiny little baby one, but you've got some lovely bits about it. Right on that roundabout is where the batching plant is. A batching plant being where they mix the concrete to put into the big lorries that take it out on site, you know, the ones that the drum rolls round. Typical of what I mean coming off these roundabouts. Now, here we are in town. Yes, it could be delivering to this tyre place, but there's nothing really up here very much. But they'll come through here to get the other side of town sometime. It's easier than going out with these roadworks going on all around town. They can slip up, and you know, these big stuff can slip up another road, you know, easily. Buses, I know I've said this 10,000 times, but a good education for also these single-decker buses. Two things that are important. As it comes past, you cannot hear it because the engines are mounted in the back. So it's quite strange for us to come by, and he can't relate any noise to it. He thinks the one is another vehicle behind, and he can't understand why this one's not making any noise. Next thing is the windows. When he turns his head to have a look, he sees himself quite often, a reflection in the window, even when they're dirty. So they're a good education for us, you know. Not to, I don't say panic, but not to, you know, well, it makes them a bit, oh, I can't understand this. You know, this don't look right to me. And if you say, well, is that true? Yes, it definitely is true. I've been doing this a long time and I've studied it hard because I love what I do. I think anyone that loves what they do obviously become very interested in it. So, you know yourself, you're out, the horse will go past this or this, no trouble at all. And all of a sudden there'll be a bag of crisps blown across the road and it panics, you know, or jumps or... now, the reason being for that is it cannot comprehend what it is. It's not in the place it should be. Like these bins here. They come down, all these bins have been put out for the dustbin, yeah? Lovely, no problem at all. Now, come on, baby. What you'll get is if all the lids was up and they had a bit of, you know, a plastic bag showing out of it or a little bit of rubbish showing, they wouldn't come down there like that. They'd be looking at it. But they could have been up and down this road 20 times and past them bins, but as soon as the bins look slightly different, they'll act different. Come on, my baby. So this is a hot day today. I don't want to push him on, you know, and make him sweat and what's it. So we've got all the way down here, which is like a 6-7 mile trip. And he's not sweating hardly at all. Well, he's not sweating. He might be sweating under his harness very slightly, but it'll only be slightly. So that's, and we've made good time coming down, but it's, and I don't mean this in any conceited way, but it's knowing how to drive them, knowing when to let them get on, knowing when to hold them back, knowing when to just let them walk and jog along, you know, and save their energy. I mean, anyone can get behind them and slap them on the arse, like you see, and drive them on. Well, the poor bugger's knackered, isn't it? It's like if you see someone in a race, you know, running around a track, you'll get someone right at the back or in the back 3 or 4 people, end up winning a race. You know, just sits there, paces itself and like that. But obviously, horse don't pace himself. There's no sense to him in pacing himself. But if I can do it for him and guide him, come on. If I can do it and guide him, come on. Come on, my baby. That's it, my darling. This is interesting. I know I must speak about this manhole like all the time, but it's so interesting. This manhole, for some reason, had been polished. Just look at the top of it. Now, that had all them little squares all the way over it. Not that long ago, funny enough, and I mean not that long ago, it had them, the grip was all on there. And then it just come off, you know, over time. Now, if horse puts his foot on it, he's got his metal shoe on and he can slide. You've got to be careful. Now, you say to me, well, go round it. That's all right saying going round it, but the person in the motor car who's near you, you've got no idea that's what you're going to do. You can put your arm out, indicate, tell them, and they can interpret that you know, request the wrong way, and you are in trouble. So we put them over that whenever we can, and we get them over it as many times as we possibly can. And I mean, seriously, as many times as we can, we get them over it. Whenever we're downtown, in other words, if it's free and easy to get over, then that's what we do. Come on, my darling baby child. That's it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go on. All right. Come on, baby. There you go. Go on. So you see direct dead in front of us is where I want to park. Whether I'll get in there or not, I don't know, but I can turn around and park down that side road. Get him in the shade where there's a little bit of breeze coming across his back, you know. Let's get him in as much, we'll get his back and his head in the shade. Oh yes, look at this lovely little place. Come over, baby. So see that there now. Whoa. You can see we're not interfering with anybody, and that's going to cool him off no end. So what Real decide, not me, but basically what we'll do now is we'll maybe wet him if he needs it over his back. Maybe we just put a damp sponge over him, and maybe we'll do nothing at all. Yeah? But he's absolutely, that's perfect there. Look, you can't ask for better than that, can you? Nice place. He's completely in the shade. Don't matter about us, you know, being a bit taller, our head's not covered, but that don't really matter, you know. He's sitting there like that. And when you consider, you know, how much, well, he's not blowing, he's not puffing, his head's up in the air, his ears are not tight, He's, you know, he's comfortable. Yeah. And to achieve that, it's really like pleases me. Because if you get it wrong, no one suffers, only that poor bugger, doesn't it? No one else does, obviously. So there you go. So I'm just going to park up here for a minute.